Prepare to indulge guilt-free with these 4 incredibly satisfying sugar-free candy recipes that are perfect for diabetics. If you're looking for a dessert that does not spike your blood sugar, this is the perfect recipe for you. We're going to take Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups down from 12 grams of carbs to 2 net carbs. And let's go. We have our fabulous ingredient list, starting with our Crazy Richards peanut butter. Now, there's this huge misconception with peanut butter. So many people come to my office, and if you're new to this channel, my name is Dietitian Shelly. During the day, I work with clients to help lower their blood sugars, be it they have diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, as well as lots of women with hormonal issues. So if that's you, I would love it if you would like this video, subscribe to this channel. But this question about peanut butter is a lot of folks think that it's high in sugar. Well, if we look at the labels, we see that on the Crazy Richards, the ingredients is peanuts, the net carbs minus fiber is 2, so this is a winner. Now, of course, you can use almond butter. It's up to you. We add to this one of our Lily's crisp rice, and this is one of my favorites, gang. It is like a Nestle Crunch, and Nestle Crunch was one of my favorite candies. We have 100% butter. Again, we cannot stand any of that margarine stuff. Gross, increasing that inflammation. And then a cup of our Lily's chocolate chips. Now, these have 2 net carbs.
So Lily's is my preferred chocolate, but if you want to, there's Choc Zero. I'm sure there's a ton of other different varieties that you can find at your local Walmart. I usually buy mine at Drug Emporium. So, use what you want. You don't have to be glued to what I say.
And of course, our Swerve would be 1 tablespoon of Swerve. Grab your muffin tin, a super tiny spatula, your hand beaters, and well, I'm saying muffin tin again, so I guess grab your muffin pan first. I'm gonna try these. These are some parchment paper muffin tins. I got them over at Walmart. Y'all, I don't have any kind of luck with parchment paper, any of this, so we're gonna try these. And yes, my mixer. Y'all, I'm so cheap. I'm bougie on a bayou. Look at that Scotch tape holding the bottom of this together. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not embarrassed. So if y'all wanna clown me for not having a fancy Hamilton Beach, go right ahead. Y'all, it has been with me for such a long time. I do not like to throw away things unless they're broken. And your 2 bowls. Grab those muffin tins and line your muffin pan with the parchment paper. So here we go. This is something new that I'm trying out live on this video. Well, this video really isn't live. Size-wise, we got a little bit of a struggle bus happening, but you know what? We're gonna make it work. We're not gonna quit. We're gonna keep working at this. It's gonna be fine. This recipe makes 8, but you can see I don't know why I did this. I did 12. I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess it's just something normal. Go ahead when you're done with that. It's a little bit of a disaster. Grab one of your mixing bowls and grab that Crazy Richards. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of this. Now you can see with natural peanut butter. So, because remember the ingredients are just peanuts. We're on the struggle bus as well with this. You may need to use a spoon. You may need to warm up the spoon by putting like some hot water over that spoon, but I guarantee you it's worth it. Go ahead and add a tablespoon of that Swerve to this.
So Swerve is made from select ingredients from different fruits and vegetables. So it's 0 calorie, it's non-GMO, it is absolutely awesome. But the only thing I disagree with Swerve and a lot of our other sugar replacers, be it you use allulose, be it you use monk fruit, is that I don't measure cup for cup. I feel like it gives an aftertaste when it does that. And I'm gonna do a video down the road on how to cook with sugar replacers because we make a lot of mistakes. But I encourage you to use half the amount. So if you use a cup of sugar, use a cup of Swerve. Or if the recipe calls for a cup of Swerve, use 1/2 cup. It's really gonna make a difference in that taste.
Add a tablespoon of butter. Now I'm using a baby spatula. You can mix this. Again, you're gonna have to manipulate this a little bit. This is not gonna be a 1-second deal. But in reality, this is only about 1 to 2 minutes that you'll need. You see I'm pressing down on the peanut butter. I'm pressing down on the butter, the Swerve. I'm really trying to mix this together because I don't want whenever I grab my hand mixer for it to explode all over the place. Now it will get a little bit messy. You know what? Who cares? The best kitchens are the messiest kitchens. I'm telling you that right now. When you feel comfortable enough, when you feel things are combined enough, go ahead and grab the mixer. Yes, mine does have that Scotch tape on it, and give it a good mixture. You want to make sure it's pretty smooth, all the lumps are out, that the butter's really mixed into that peanut butter, because we don't want to just take a bite of butter and we don't want to take a bite of the Swerve. Really get it nice and mixed. When that's done, place that bowl aside and grab your smaller bowl. You're going to add to that your cup of your Lily's chocolate chips. You kind of see that I'm using 2 different bags. That's because one of my bags had a very few amount in there, and then the other one was full. You kind of see there that I'm dancing a little bit with that crazy Richards. We're going to add another 4th cup to this, okay? Yes, we're going to go ahead and crush that Lily's bar. I keep it simple, gang. I'm not going to use a knife and cut it on up. I'm using my fingers, crunch, 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 crunch. Yes, I'm going to take a bite of that. I love me some chocolate. And yes, y'all, I am a girl who loves to lick the beaters. Let me know in the comments section if that's you. Go ahead. Let's get ready to go to that microwave. Follow me to the microwave, and I had some coffee in there. Oops, get it on out of there. We're going to microwave this on 30-second increments. You don't want to do it all at once, because what'll happen is it'll get burned and you'll be mad, and then you'll write a nasty comment, and I don't want that. And hey, shout out to Mireille. That's my daughter. She's helping me with filming this, and we're going to do it in 30-second increments until it melts. It took me 3 times. So just to kind of give you a perspective, don't do a minute 30 seconds. I promise you don't want to have burnt chocolate on your hands. It's going to stink. It's going to smell. You're going to get angry, and really mix it. It's beautiful, because of the Lily's crunch that I use. It's not going to be completely smooth, but that's okay. Bring it back to those muffin tins, and I'm taking about a tablespoonful and I'm scooping it in the muffin tin. Notice I'm also spreading it out. Now, again, this is not anything meant to be beautiful. We're not, heating butter knives or anything and passing it over there. This is okay, folks. These things do not have to be insanely beautiful. No one's judging anyone here. And then you're going to put a spoon of that peanut butter mixture on top of this. Once you have it all out, you layer it with some more chocolate, of course. We put it in the freezer or refrigerator for about 2 hours. This will get hard quite quick. So this is actually a very, very fast dessert that you can make. And y'all, this finished product is absolutely phenomenal. I am so pleased with how this turned out. You, your friends, your family will love this. They're not even going to believe that this is diabetic friendly. These Reese's cups will not raise your blood sugar levels. This is a great way to have dessert. If you were too busy laughing or just like oohing and gooing and mouthwatering at this recipe, I have it all written out in the description box. Gang, I'm Dietitian Shelly. Much love.
It's time to reveal the 2 ingredients, and I'm going to be a little controversial because there is something called True Whip, which I have here. I purchased it at Drug Emporium. You can see the price is a little high. This is sweetened with allulose. I kind of flipped it over to show you the ingredients. It's 2 grams of carbs. It's wonderful. However, there's also the Cool Whip Zero Sugar. Now, it is more than your 3 grams of carbs. It's not quote unquote as clean, I guess you could say, as the True Whip, but gang, I do realize we are at all levels of budgets and spending money. And I always tell folks this is not the place to argue about that. I want everyone to be able to feel included. Guess what ingredient I'm going to use? I'm going to use the Cool Whip. I know some of y'all are going to lose y'all brains over this. Get over it. The sugar-free Cool Whip was on sale, so I'm going to buy it. But if you clean, keto, whatever, you could do the True Whip. You can get it at your local Walmart. Come on, put the nasty boom, 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 sugar-free Cool Whip. And go ahead and grab a bag of those Lily's milk chocolate chips. So I always encourage folks to use milk chocolate in cooking. I love dark chocolate. I know many of you out there love dark chocolate, but I just feel like it gets a little bitter during the cooking process. Grab a small loaf pan, and we're going to line it with our non-stick aluminum foil. You all know that this is one of my favorite items to use in this kitchen. You can, again, definitely get it at your Walmart, your Kroger, your Drug Emporium, and a lot of times I'm on the struggle bus with lining it. Don't rush it. Just keep it simple. And folks will say, well, why do we want to make things like this? Why do we make, these sugar-free desserts? And, some people say, I'm teasing folks with this. And honestly, I make it because I like it. I do enjoy candy. I can't lie to you about that. But we want to modify it because a regular Three Musketeers bar, their full-size candy bar, has 240 calories, 7 grams of fat, and 42 grams of carbs. So that's almost 3 slices of bread. Again, this is something that I don't make every single day. So I use this as a treat. It's super fun. We're going to go ahead and place that aside and grab a bowl. And you notice that that's Christian. Give a big old shout out to Christian. He cut the bag open, he poured the chocolate chips in. Now we're going to take this over to the microwave, and we're going to microwave it in 30-second increments. It's crazy important because it's very easy for us to go, oh, let me just microwave it for a minute. Well, we don't want burnt chocolate. It actually melts very, very quickly. You're going to go back and forth with it about 3 times. It works wonderful. Now, to this, once it's smooth, we're going to combine our Cool Whip in here. Now, again, a little trick that I want to show you all is I don't believe in lopping the entire container in because it's going to be a pain in the butt to serve. The Cool Whip's still going to be, like it says, cool. It's going to be cool. And the chocolate's hot, so it's going to harden a little bit. So you really have to bring those muscles in and stir it. And I do it like half a container, maybe like another little scoop here and there. You do it how you wish. I don't advise using a hand mixer for this. I prefer to stir it, but again, this is up to you. These are your recipes, and I want you to feel as comfortable as possible doing this. Once it's combined, we're going to pour it into our pan, and notice I'm using, kind of like a flat edge spatula. This may be called something specific. If it is, let me know in the comments section. And it is a little hard to do this. It's going to take a little bit of manipulation. That's okay. That's okay. You could use a butter knife, use whatever you want to do. And it's going to get a little messy. That's okay as well. I say the messiest kitchens are the best kitchens. So many folks are like, your kitchen's a mess. And I'm like, yeah, because I eat in there. We're going to take this over to the freezer. We're going to freeze it for about 1 to 2 hours. Once that is done, you go ahead and take it and remove it from your pan. And you want it to have a hard kind of feeling. Now, honestly, I probably should have froze mine a little bit longer, but I was just excited to taste this. Yes, I was. And then this is where I made a boo-boo. I should have kept that spatula to cut it. I'm using a knife. You can see my fingers are getting a little sticky, a little messy. That's okay. Now, off camera, what I did, notice I'm kind of cutting it into pieces, is I melted about a half a cup of lilies. I am not that type who's going to dip the entire, piece of that chocolate, or that nougat, as people will say, in the chocolate, the melted chocolate. I'm going to kind of drizzle it on top. I really prefer that method. Once you're done drizzling, you're supposed to put it back in the freezer, but I want a piece. I'm gonna eat it. I'm showing it off to you. Gang, this lasts in the freezer. It's a great snacky snack to do. If you were too busy laughing, didn't get to write the recipe down, don't worry, it's in the description box. Gang, I wish you all well. And hey, for more diabetic recipes, be sure to like and subscribe. Much love. So excited. Grab that loaf pan, align it with your parchment paper. I don't do this evenly. It looks a mess, but just put that parchment paper in there because you're going to add about 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream to your pan. I only have this pan on medium heat. It is a very small pan. And remember, heavy whipping cream, a half a cup of it is only 3 grams of carbs. And y'all, I buy all my stuff at the Walmart and Drug Emporium. I don't go to the fancy stores. I do not have the time nor the extra dollars to do that. This will not come to a boil. Very important. We're just going to stir it with our spatula until it gets those little bubbles that form. And once that happens, you're going to add your full bag of Lily's chocolate chips. This is super important. Use milk chocolate. I am the first girl to tell you I love me some dark chocolate, but it turns a little bitter. And remember, we're making this for our family. The last thing we want our family to do is to taste something and go, oh my gosh, this is so healthy. Boo. You want to trick them boo-boos so that you'll be able to be like, this is a low carb and you didn't even realize. Your 33 Lily's chips. This is a big snack in my clinic. And for those of y'all who don't know me, I'm Shelly. I'm a dietitian and I work with folks to help them with weight loss, PCOS. Be sure to subscribe if you like this channel. But 33 of these chips is only 2 net carbs. And so a lot of times this is one of our snacks, or if we get a little feeling of chocolate. We're going to stir this until it is nicely combined. Being very, very careful. Do not walk away from this recipe. We do not want it to burn. And once this is combined and beautiful and it makes this gorgeous kind of chocolate syrup glaze, you're going to go ahead and pour it into that pan. Go ahead and take that pan. Once you pour everything in there, we're going to refrigerate it for about 2 hours. You go ahead and remove it. You cut into your little small squares. Oh my gosh, look at this. It is so
good. Y'all, serve this for Christmas. And if you forgot the recipe already, it's just 2 ingredients. Scroll in the description. Also scroll in the description. I got a little menu for you. It's free. Download it. And gang, I'm Shelly, a low carb dietitian. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Much love. This 2-ingredient low-carb fudge will please the entire family, and they won't believe that it's diabetic-friendly and sugar-free. First things first, gang, we have got to line our pan with parchment paper. Now, y'all know me. I stink at this, so if y'all got some tips for me, please let me know. Grab your saucepan, a measuring cup, and yes, that embarrassingly lined pan. And I want you to grab our first ingredient. It's one of 2. It's heavy whipping cream. We need about 3/4 cup of our heavy whipping cream. Go ahead and add it to that pan. Remember, half a cup is going to be 3 grams of carbs, so this is low carb. And gang, you do need to use heavy whipping cream. It does have a lot more fat than our half and half, and y'all know that I'm a calories girl, but this is how this recipe will turn, and it will be thick, and it will set. Half and half won't set. Almond milk won't set. I'm not so sure about coconut cream. I'm not the biggest fan of coconut. Y'all know this by now. And hey, if you don't know me, my name is Dietitian Shelly. I live a low carb lifestyle and encourage all of my clients to as well for optimal health, i.e. lower them blood sugars and balance out those hormones. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hey, I like that. We're going to add to this our Lily's salted caramel chocolate chips. Did you know they were salted caramel? Yes, indeed. But boo, you're going to add this whole bag to this. You're going to mix it. Remember, gang, our heat is going to be medium low. It's going to take a minute or 2 to get this mixed, but hey, who cares? No big deal to me because I ain't got to turn on my oven or anything like that. And we're still keeping the carbs low, boo. Where do you get Lily's? Well, I have a great store here called Drug Emporium. There's Walmart, there's Kroger. Y'all know I don't like to spend a lot of money. I wish I had some extra pocket change, but I just don't. I got 2 kids, y'all, and I'm bougie on a bayou. Give me a deal. I love it. I buy my clothes on the clearance racks, and I hope y'all do too, because I want you to save some money with me. Once we get all of this stirred, gang, and it looks beautiful, you're going to pour it in the pan. Y'all see I'm messy as you know what, so I love tips. Y'all tell me how to not be messy, but I personally believe the messier the kitchen, the better the kitchen, the better the love. We're going to let this set in the refrigerator for 2 hours, and that's it. Cut it, enjoy it. Your family is going to panic, and they ain't going to be like, ooh, this tastes healthy. They're going to be like, dang, girl, give me this recipe. If you didn't write it down, scroll in the description box. I'm Dietitian Shelly. Love to you all. Be sure to like and subscribe. Bye-bye, gang.